Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yes, it's a surprise early morning show. I know actually I'm like 10 minutes late. I had to deal with an emergency. And I kid you not, it was an emergency. I had to deal with that first. But we are here, we are live. We're going to be talking about the goalkeeping situation, man. Oh my goodness. We're going to be talking about certain punditry on a particular platform, as well as some kind of plaudits for, I don't know, is he a captain in the making? Could he depose Martin Erdegaard? I'm not sure, but we're going to ask these questions and more on the other side of this music intro. Yes, welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Like I said, a little bit late. Yeah, I'm doing an Aubameyang answer. I do apologise, but I had to do something. Again, it's not all about podcasting. I had something urgently that I needed to deal with, and that's why I'm late. Yeah, there's an excuse, no excuse. But anyway, forget about that. What you can do is just click the like button if you want to. You don't have to, but we would like you to, and send us your money. Well, send your money to me anyway, at least. So you know what? Let's get into this new segment at least. And first up, this gentleman on the right, not so much the gentleman on the left, depending on which angle you're looking at. But Rio Praise has a lavish praise on Arsenal star and claims that the club's record signing has fitted like a glove into Mikel Arteta's side. Now, I've got to say, one of my eyebrows were raised when the Gunners smashed their transfer record and spent £105 million on the former West Ham skipper. Rice's impact and influence on the team that finished as runners-up to the Man City last season has been, I don't know, instantaneous, however. And the 24-year-old followed up his match-winning performance against Man United prior to the international break with another commanding display at the heart of Arsenal's midfield in Sunday's win against strugglers Enfield, Everton. Such has been the seamless way in which Rice has slotted in, and it's just left Rio Ferdinand to come up with these comments. There was a lot of talk about Declan Rice, by the way, and his transfer and the price of the beginning of the season. Ferdinand, who cost Manchester United what was then a British record of £29 million when he joined from Leeds United in 2002. He says there's been very much less said about it right now, and that tells you that this guy is playing at a very good level. He's operating at a highest level, and that's a testament to him. When you go for a high fee, that's all that's mentioned. What's not going well, or when you're just doing your job mediocrity. So basically saying that, when you're not doing well, people start to question if you actually were worth that fee. And I've got to say, he's done a relatively good job. As Declan Rice is. Not any major honours with Arsenal. He won the European trophy for West Ham, but he's not West Ham anymore. He's with Arsenal. So well done to the youngster there. The next new segment, oh my goodness. Let me bring up the manager's face on this one. Oh my goodness. Listen, I've seen the video and my jaw kind of dropped a little bit, but yeah, I am now convinced, says ESPN pundit, tears into Arsenal man, and says he's now believing his own hype. Now, Shaka Hislop has not held back in his criticism of Mikel Arteta over his treatment of Aaron Ramsdale and claimed that he has now alienated the Arsenal goalkeeper with his decision at the weekend. Now, Hislop was speaking on ESPN after the Gunners admitted that he regretted not previously substituting his goalkeeper midway through games. Mikel Arteta made a significant call of dropping Aaron Ramsdale for David Raya at the weekend, of course. Raya getting his chance had always been on the cards given his quality, but few would have anticipated that it would have come in the Premier League before Ramsdale had a chance to make his, I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, the arrival of David Raya in the summer shows that Arteta has not been entirely happy with his goalkeeper options for some time. but his comments at the weekend provided insight into what Arteta really thinks about his choices between the sticks. Now, Arteta suggested after the win over Everton in comments reported by the Times newspaper that he regretted not substituting his goalkeeper on a couple of occasions in the past, and he hinted that he would now be prepared to make that call. Hislop, however, hits out of the Arsenal boss over his treatment of Ramsdale. In his own words, these are not my words. I'm thoroughly confused by Mikel Arteta. What's he trying to get at? I don't understand anything about what he's saying, about the suggestion. So the reason that you drew 2 games is because you didn't change your goalkeeper on a 65th or 85th minute, respectively, in 2 games at some point over the last 3.5 years. It comes down to the goalkeeper. Listen, as bad ideas go, this is right up there. I don't think I've heard a worse idea in football. I'm not sure whether it's bad to suggest it, or it's bad to think it, or worse, to say it out loud. I think what he's done there, and I've been saying this from the get-go, he is now certainly alienated Aaron Ramsdale. I've been saying it all along. If David Raya is your number 1, say it. Mikel Arteta has come in for a lot of praise, particularly over the last 12 months. I'm now convinced that he's believing his own hype. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I tell you what. Again, I've seen the video, I listened to the video this morning actually as I was doing some bits and pieces. And to say that Shaka Hislop just he tears into Mikel Arteta. But how do I feel about it? Personally, I don't see anything wrong with competition. I've said it all along, when we were, there was rumour that we're going to be going and signing for David Raya. I've got no problems with the competition. If I was the manager, would I be bold enough to make a decision to substitute the goalkeeper? Would I think if he was making too many mistakes? I guess I would. So I think the point is, has Mikel Arteta alienated Aaron Ramsdale? I don't think he has. I mean, he didn't look too happy on the bench, but I'm sure Ramsdale would know and has known for a long time. Now, easy come, easy go. Sometimes when he arrives at a particular club, what's happened? He has become the number 1. And that goalkeeper that he's replaced might stay for a short period of time or might leave. So it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Well, anyway, listen, it's down to your opinion, Shaka. But Shaka, if you want to come on Cannon Fodder TV to discuss it, we're here, man. We're here. Just send us an email. ArsenalRepublic1, number 1, @gmail.com. Just saying, man. I'm just saying. Right, let's go on to, I believe, which is the last segment as in regards to Leonardo Trossard, the man of the moment. Alan Shearer seems to be saying a lot these days. He says that a £27 million Arsenal player was fuming about not starting against Everton. Now, Alan Shearer has shared that Leonardo Trossard wasn't happy about not starting against Everton on Sunday. Speaking on another platform, he said, well, that's the problem managers have got with squads the size that they are now these days. We interviewed Leonardo Trossard after the game yesterday at Arsenal and asked him that question because you can tell that he is not happy. Do you have to accept now as a footballer that in a big team that you're going to be rotated? You might play on a Saturday, then be rested the next weekend. I would have hated that, hated beyond belief to be left out. I guess, keeping the players, hungry at least. And like we said on the back 5 podcast last night, you need to keep the players fresh, but that's down to the manager. The manager needs to learn how to rotate and keep all the players hungry and fresh at the same time. Because you know what's happening tomorrow? Champions League football. That's what's happening tomorrow. Anyway, those have been the news segments currently running on this show over here on Cannon Fodder TV. It's going to be a short show because I've still got other things of more importance to be doing. So a short show. And what I need to do, let me go onto the X platform and see if we have had any comments there thus far. Well, I can say the Gunners Pub, I need to make the trip down to the Gunners Pub to see Una and her crew out there. They have retweeted that we are live on X. It's not called Twitter anymore. Not called Twitter. All right. And also, I've got to remind everyone that later on today, the UK time, 7 p.m. time, we've got a new live segment happening. And it is called Tuesday Night Football Show. There we go. I didn't design this. I thought, thank goodness for that. I can get a rest now. I can get a rest. But it's going to be a 7 p.m. live show. I am also not hosting that show. You're probably saying, yes, at last, gotten rid of Alex. Not quite. Not quite. So make sure you tune in, check out our newest live segment. It'll be every other Tuesday. So why wouldn't you not want to be the first one in the live chat? I'm just saying. Just saying. So make sure that you are there. Don't be square. Oh, it sounds so 80-ish, isn't it? Oh, my goodness. I'm showing my age. Anyway, I need to go onto the platform and check out the latest poll that we did. And it was in regards to our strike force, Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus. And the question was, are Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus elite strikers? Some people didn't like the question. I don't really care. So we received 454 votes, 1 comment, which means I've not responded to that comment there. 13 likes. And so these are how the numbers have rolled or how the numbers have fallen so far. So again, the question is, are Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus elite strikers? 30% say yes, they are. And 70% say no. I didn't buy them. That's all I'm saying. I didn't buy them. Didn't buy them at all. All right. So let's just quickly refresh this page here. All right. So that's done. That's done. That's done. And refresh that page as well. And just again, you know, I implore you. Is that a word? Implore you? I would encourage you to come into the live chat later on this evening for this new segment on Canon Fodder TV. I'm not going to tell you who's hosting. I'm not hosting. And who the guests are. You have to tune in. 7 p.m. UK time. Check it out. Be there or be square. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. There has been one comment, and probably the one and only comment. And it's going to be a short show anyway. Morning, Emerson. Morning, night. So I have said this on watch along last season, and rotation and injuries due to our season. No matter what position in the squad, and the goalkeeper situation has been going on for years. I completely agree. But it's just interesting. I'm not sure if you'd seen the ESPN segment with Shaka Hislop giving his opinion, and it's strange because Craig Burley was trying to avoid the topic or didn't really want to talk about it. Who knows whether he's alienated Aaron Ramsdale? But competition is a good thing, man. You can't be just thinking that you're going to be the first on the team sheet come Friday, not Friday night, well Friday night, or the game match day. No. It goes for everyone on the pitch. Everyone. I don't care who you are, how much money you're earning, whether you have been the marquee sign that transfer window or you were 2 years ago, whether you're a high earner. It goes for everyone. Everyone. Nobody gets a free pass. So I've been saying this, and I said it this year, haven't I? That in order for you to get the thing that you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. And so, the shout, the call out for rotation, which didn't happen last season, and the players kind of ran out of steam, and they hadn't been in that position before, and we let it go through our fingers. Now the rotation's happening. I mean, I would probably say we're still missing, a top striker, which woulda, coulda, shoulda happened, and an absolute good backup, quality backup for Bukayo Saka. So there's still elements there. But as much as I am Mikel Arteta's greatest critic, strongest critic, he's working it in a certain direction. But that direction, the process, doesn't mean anything if that process cannot win major honours. The process will just be a process. That's right. I said it. All right. So I believe we are finished on this short, sharp show. I've got to double check something just very, very quickly. Just need to double check, refresh a particular page. Right. And actual fact, I've just seen the poll. I think we're going to think of a different poll because that poll has just come to a halt. People don't want to vote. They don't want to vote. And that's fine. It's okay. It's all right. That and that and that. And we are finished. So, like I said, make sure that you tune in later on this evening on the platform Canal 42 because there is a new segment about to drop. Yeah, drop it like it's hot. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you with some music and also an overlay of the news segment. Again, guys, just make sure that you do tune in and support the new host of this live segment, 7 p.m. UK time. And that is that. And we have done this show. And we have come to an end. And this has been canon for the channel for Arsenal fans all over this show.